Om. कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविता शाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम् वाल्मीकिर्मुनिसिंहस्य कवितावनचारिणः शृण्वन् रामकथानादं को न याति परां गतिम् यः पिबन् सततं रामचरितामृतसागरम् अतृप्तस्तं मुनिं वन्दे प्राचेतसमकल्मषम् गोष्पतीकृतवाराशिं मशकीकृतराक्षसम् रामायण महामाला रत्नं वन्दे नीलात्मजम् अञ्जनानन्दनं वीरं जानकी शोकनाशनं कपीशम् अक्षहन्तारं वन्दे लङ्काभयङ्करम् मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि यत्र यत्र रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारी परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमत राक्षसान्तकं वाल्मीकिगिरिसम्भूता रामसागरगामिनी पुनादिभुवनं पुण्या रामायण महानदी वेदवेद्ये परे पुंसि जाते दशरथात्मजे वेदप्राचेतसादासीत् साक्षात् रामायणात्मना आपतामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः मङ्गलं कौसलेन्द्राय महनीय गुणाब्धये चक्रवर्ती तनूजाय सार्वभौमाय मंगलम। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय। बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। मोक्षस्य रूपम शांति। The true liberation is eternal peace. And the peace can be gained while dying also and death also. But that is not permanent, because dhruvam punarjanma vidyate. Any death has got again birth. When is the eternal peace? Only when we discover that within our heart. In the death of the ego, there is eternal peace. Symbolically, this search is what Hanumanji is doing. Kahi bhi dekho, kisi bhi dekho, in whoever it be, wherever it be, you will not find it. One has to find in one's own heart. His search, no doubt, with great love and dedication for Rama. Very often, a devotee loses faith. He or she loses faith. And the faith that constantly supports a person is only when one knows ultimate purushartha is in obtaining moksha. Nobody can give you. Swashraddha eva paramashraddha. The greatest faith is faith in oneself. And Bhagavan's prema, grace, is a constant encouragement. Here, Hanumanji had searched all over the place, and in the entire Pushpaka Vimana, couldn't find it. The palace of Ravana, he couldn't find it. The night is too long. This is understanding, it's only one night. The whole thing has happened in the single night since he landed in Lanka. So now in the canto number 13, he had decided to come out of that Pushpaka Viman, because he found that every nook and corner he has searched, it's not there. Now the 13, Triyodasha Sarga, Vimanatu Sasankalpya.
Vimanatu sankramya.
Prakaram Hariyutapaha.
Prakaram Hariyutapaha.
Hanuman Vegavanasit.
Hanuman Vegavanasit.
Yatha Vidyut Ghanantare.
Yatha Vidyut Ghanantare.
Samparikramya Hanuman.
Samparikramya Hanuman.
Ravanasya Niveshanan.
Ravanasya Niveshanan.
Adrishtva Janakim Sitam.
Adrishtva Janakim Sitam.
Bravit Vachanam Kavihi.
Abravit Vachanam Kapihi.
Bhuyishtam Lolita Lanka.
Bhuyishtham Lolita Lanka.
Ramasya Charata Priyam.
Ramasya Charata Priyam.
Nahi Pashyami Vaidehim.
Nahi Pashyami Vaidehim.
Sitam Sarvanga Shobhanam.
Sitam Sarvanga Shobhanam.
Palvalani Tatakani.
Palvalani Tatakani.
Sagamsi Saritastata.
Saramsi.
Sagamsi, right? Yeah.
Saramsi Saritas-tatha.
Saramsi, yeah, not Saramsi. It is printing mistake. Nadyonu Pavanantascha.
Natyonu Pavanantascha.
Durgascha Dharanidaraha.
Durgascha Dharanidharaha.
Lolita Bahuda Sarvaha.
Lolita Vasudha Sarvaha.
Vasudha or Bahuda? Oh, Vasudha. Nacha Pashyami Janakim.
Nacha Pashyami Janakim.
Iha Sampatina Sita.
Iha Sampatina Sita.
Ravanasya Niveshane.
Ravanasya Niveshane.
Akyada Gradrarajena.
Akhyata Ghritra-rajena.
Najasa Drishyate Nakim.
Nachasa Drishyate Nakim.
Kim no Sitata Vaidehi.
Kim nu Sitatha Vaidehi.
Maithili Janagatmaja.
Maithili Janakatmaja.
Upatishteta Vivasha.
Upatistheta Vivasha.
Ravanena Krita Balat.
Ravanena Hrita Balat.
Vimanat Saha Hanuman Prakaram Hariyutapahan Visamkramya, having crossed over from the Vimana, from the Pushpaka Vimana, and the very corridor or the walls having been crossed, meaning jumping over, Hanuman Vegavan Asit. He quickly swept out of that place like that. What? Yata Vidyut Ghanantare. Like the lightning that comes out of the dark clouds during the rainy season. You can hardly see it. By the time you realize, when sound comes first before the light, by the time it's gone. It is only the sound that comes first. Sound reaches us later. Light comes. Sound comes first, and the light comes much later. You know about that I've told you the joke. That boy asked the Daddy, some people, the science says sound travels faster than light. Yes. How do I prove this to anybody? So, no, actually the other way around. Light comes first and then the sound comes. So suddenly something, then you hear that is actually not somebody taking photograph of you, it is actually lightning. You may suddenly think that's a flashing light. Oh, wow, somebody is taking picture. Sound comes later than the light. How do I prove this? The Daddy smiled and said, some people look very bright until they open their mouth. So, Hanuman Ravanasya Niveshanan Samparikramya. The palaces of Ravana having been crossed, and Adrishtva Janakim, not seeing Janaki, Sitam, Kapihi Vachanam Abravid. He started to speak, not to anybody else, to himself. You know, it is interesting. Some people talk to themselves too much, and you will find that's very annoying. I've seen, you might have also noticed, and if you are in a sales counter, and that person says, "Oh, so this one is another, this much is it," and I have to write it down. And after this is the cost, and then okay, I'll put it here, and the next one is there. He's not talking to anybody; he's talking to himself only. And whatever he's doing or she's doing, he'll keep on talking about it. I'm keeping it here, and the class is here, and I have to open the book, and then this is. Mentally, you say it's okay, but if you start speaking openly, you feel very annoying. But here it is not for annoying, because we want to know what he was thinking. So whenever Valmiki ji says that he started to speak, to whom? No, he's talking to himself, meaning he's thinking, not speaking, but actually thinking in this way. What? Bhuishtam Lolita Lanka. This entire place has been very well explored by you, by me, again and again. Bhuishtam. Ramatya Sarita Priyam Nahi Pashyami. She, the Charata, Ramasya Charata, the one who is always following that most dear Sita, I don't see. Vaidehim Sitam Sarva Anga Shobhanam. One who is so beautiful in every limb. Palvalani, the pools, Tatakani, the ponds, Saramsi, lakes, some Sarita Stata, streams and other waterfalls, Nadi, rivers, Anupanan, Anupa means Anupavana, water, Upavana. So places where water clogged, what you call water logs. If you go to Gangetic West Bengal, there are forests, half of the trees, half of the part of the tree is already in the water. But it is forest. A huge amount of forest is there, and bottom portion is always covered with water. And it's very interesting to see this place. So that kind of a place. Durgascha Dharanidharaha, all the various hidden places of the earth also. Lolita Bahuta Sarva. I have been exploring completely. Nacha Pashyami Janakim. I do not see the beloved consort of Rama. Janaki, Janakaputri. Iha Sampadina Sita Ravanasya Niveshane Akyata. Sampata Akyata. Sampadina Akyata. Sampadin, that is the brother of who? Jatayu. Jatayu's brother, Sampadina, Sita, Ravanasya Niveshane. What she is going to be there in the palace of Ravana idi Akyata, the Rudra Rajena, by that king of the vultures. Nachasa Padrishyate Nakim. Why I am not able to see? He was able to see with his eyes. Think of it. Sitting there, 100 miles away, 100 yojanas away. With his eyes, he is able to see. I am there, I am not able to see. Kya baat hai? Huh? And sometimes when you are, you know exactly where it is, and you tell the person, you just see it, it must be there. I see it. And he searches all over the place. Where is it? I see it. So very often he would say, you come and show me here. You just come and give it to me. But Sampati could not come because he said, I'm so old, I cannot. Otherwise, the problem would have solved a long time back. So he could see it, but I am not able to. Kimni Sita ata Vaidehi Maithili Janagatmada Upadishteta. Where is she actually staying? Or Ravanena Hrita Balat Vivasha. So she has become so weak, so succumbed to the power of Ravana. And probably what happened to her, we do not know. Sampati has seen it, but I am not able to. So Vivasha. This Navasha means control, completely succumbed to, helplessly. So here, Shipramutpatato manye
क्षिप्रमुत्पततो मन्ये
Sitamadaya rakshataha
सीतामादाय रक्षसः
Bibhyato Ramabhananam
बिभ्यतो रामबाणानाम्
Antarapatita bhavet
अन्तरापतिता भवेत्
Atava hriyamanayaha
अथवा ह्रियमाणायाः
Pati siddhi nivesh nishevite
पथि सिद्धने शेविते
Manye padita maryaya
मन्ये पतितमार्याय
Hridayam prekshasagaram
हृदयं प्रेक्ष्य सागरम्
Ravanasyorubhegena
रावणस्योरुवेगेन
Bhujabhyam piditena cha
भुजाभ्यां पीडितेन च
Tata manye vishalakshya.
तया मन्ये विशालाक्ष्या
Yeah, is it? Tata. Tyaktam jivitam aryaya
त्यक्तं जीवितम् आर्यया
Uparyupari sanunam
उपर्युपरि सानूनम्
Sagaram kramatastata
सागरं क्रमतस्तदा
Jeshtamana patita
विचेष्टमाना पतिता
Samudre janakatmaja
समुद्रे जनकात्मजा
Aho kshutrena cha anena
आहो क्षुद्रेण च अनेन
Rakshanti Shilamatmanah
रक्षन्ति शीलमात्मनः
Abandhur Bhakshita Sita
अबन्धुर्भक्षिता सीता
Ravanena Tapasvini.
रावणेन तपस्विनी.
Very often, when we don't find something in place, we feel that somebody had taken it. or it might have been perished. Here, Hanumanji thinks, if I'm not able to find anywhere, it is very sure that she might have been killed. And how she would have been killed? Because Ravana would not have taken her only to kill her. That is not the point. Then he could have killed her there itself. In the very forest itself, he could have killed. Why take it to Lanka and kill? There is no point. Or if he had to really punish Rama, he can torture for a longer time only by keeping her. By just killing her, he would have ended the whole thing, and then that would not give a long time torture for Rama. Rama had to feel that he is there, she is there. So here, he thinks there are many, many possibilities that I am not able to find means she's not here. Why she is not here? So, manye, I think, Kshipram utpatataha Sitam ahadaya rakshataha, by that very demon, while he was taking away Sita forcefully, quickly, Bibhyataha, being afraid, Patita bhaved, she would have already fallen down. Rama Bananam Antara. And at the same time, who is Bibhyataha? Is Ravana is afraid of the arrows of Rama. Therefore, on the way, suddenly thinking that Rama's arrows would kill me, torture me and kill me, perhaps I should have not brought her. Thinking like that, he would have just dropped her. This is possible. One possibility. Intent of him was to take her away, keep her away. But then he would have thought about Rama. See, the point is that if he was not afraid of Rama, he would have come by himself without assuming the form of a sadhu. Or he would not have needed the help of Maricha. He would have taken his bow and arrow or his weapons and would have straight away stood in front of Rama. And then, why did you do it to my sister? How dare you do that? And my brothers are killed. So why did he hide and come? Why did he come there to take her away only when he's not there? Both of them. It only shows he was afraid of him. So therefore, it is possible that suddenly he thought, Atava or Hriyamanayaha Pati Siddhanishevide Pati, while she was being taken away in that very space, or in the space which is meant for Siddha Lokas, a great men of achievements, to proceed in the path. Patitam Aryaya Hridayam Prekshya Sagaram. She probably had seen the long, huge ocean, and perhaps the ocean she might not have seen. The mighty ocean. See, sometimes when you see the vastness of the ocean, some kind of fear also comes. We were there in the Cape Town, that in the top, some of the peak of that, what's it? I don't know. The wind was unbelievable. You cannot even stand. And it is just, I mean, you'll be physically thrown away there. Because the ocean, when you feel it from a distance, and you take a picture and all fine, you just go there on the top, it is unbelievably threatening. But the vastness, looking at that, she would have just fallen. Sagaram prekshya patitam manye. And Ravanasya uruvegena, or by that the fast movement of the thighs of Ravana, bhujabhyam pididenacha, she is being carried away physically by him, and thus therefore possibly the shoulders of Ravana, when he was carrying him like this, tata manye vishalaksha tyaktam jividam aryaya. So Aryaya Sitaya Tektam Vishalakshya Aryaya Jivitam Tektam. By her, this life has been renounced by the one who is the noble lady. Arya is a lady, Arya, female lady. Arya, hey Aryaputra. That is often in the Mahabharata. Aryaputra, a son of the noble one. Because Arya, the very name, very word, is indicating nobility. That Arya become Iyer, I think. I am not sure. But may not be. Bhattacharya. Bhattacharya. Arya is the word is there. So Acharati, the Acharya is one thing. Arya can also be the meaning, the reason for the word, last name Arya that has come. The noble ones, read scholarly, studied, Satvik. Or Upari Sanunam Sagaram Kramataha, while crossing the ocean, tada, Upari, again and again that she was, on the ocean, going up and down, Vicheshtamana, being constantly shaken up, Patita Samudre Janakatmaja, because the waves are coming and then probably Ravana's going up and down again and again. At that point also, being moved here and there, perhaps she might have fallen down. Not that Ravana had dropped her, but she couldn't stay there in that moment. Aho, or possibly, Kshudrena cha anena rakshanti shilamatmanaha abanduhu abandur bhakshita Sita Ravanena Tapaswini Sita took to protect her own chastity, Shilamatmanaha Rakshanti, while she would like to retain her dedication to Rama and not to be falling prey to Ravana, perhaps Ravana had consumed her. Abandhuhu, without anybody, without any help, Bhakshita Ravanena. She allowed herself to be consumed by Ravana, because Ravana could be a man-eater also, cannibal. So, Atava Rakshasendrasya Patnibihi Asitekshana Adrushta Dushtabhavabihi Bhakshita sa bhavishyati Sampurna Chandra Pradimam Padmapatra Nibhekshanam Ramasya Dhyayati Vaktram Panchatvam Kripanagata Harama Lakshmana Ityevam Ayodhye Cheti Maithili Vilapya Bahuvaidehi Yastadeha Bhavishyati Atava Nihitamanye Ravanasya Niveshane Vrishamla Lapyate Bala Pancharasteva Sarika Janakasya Kule Jata Ramapatni Sumadhyama Katam Utpalapatrakshi Ravanasya Vasham Vrajet. Possibilities are many, because I am not able to see. See, when we are in doubt of something, we start to look at, various ways we start to think. When we are not able to understand the situation, we mostly misunderstand. We do not keep quiet and keep it possibility of, let us think about it later. We don't. If I don't understand, that is possible, this is possible. 100 different things are possible. Satyam ekam, anritam anekam. Satya ek hi hai. Asatya bahut. Because anything is possible. Other than Satya, there can be 1,000 different possibilities. So when we don't know the true nature of ourselves, we can misunderstand ourselves in many, many ways. It applies to anybody else also, whom we don't understand, we misunderstand in many, many ways. In the same way here, what is actually is the reason why I'm not able to see. And he says, many, atava, or this would have happened, or this would have happened. A typical human mind is demonstrating here. Atava Ramachandrasya Patnibihi, sorry, Rakshasendrasya Patnibihi, by the very wives of Rakshasa Indra, Ravanasya. Asita Ikshana, Asita, the dark-eyed one, Adushta, she being very innocent, Dushtabhavabihi, those who are the wives of Ravana, who are perhaps very jealous of her, jealous about her, because she has come with a new one. What is this? Every time he goes out, he brings a new one. It's not, this one I will kill. It's not allowed. So they would have, so Bhakshita Asa Bhavishyati, they would have probably, might have eaten her alive. That is possible. Either he had eaten or they might have eaten. Or it is possible that Sita, thinking about Rama, most beloved, she never left him ever. And she was forcefully taken away. She might have herself had ended her life. Panchatvam kripana gata. The pitiable one would have gone to Panchatvam. I've told you this, Panchatvam is death. What it means? Panchatvam means departure. What is departure? The 5 elements together is what our body is. When these 5 elements no more are together, they start to depart from each other. That is when the soul said to depart from the complex of, or the compound of the 5. So when the soul is ready to leave, all the 5 of them start to depart themselves. That's what it's called departure. So Panchatvam, meaning the Pancha Mahabhutas have going back to their own source. So when the prana goes away, then the heat also ends. Because the air is not there, heat will also go. So therefore the body heat starts to come down to become cold. The prana, air gone, the heat comes on, and then the water dries up and the body crumbles down to earth. This is a natural process of dying. Even when you keep an apple for a long period of time, which is actually, brought for a long time, it is away. Yes, you keep it. If it is in a storage, it is okay in a particular temperature. But if you keep it outside, slowly it shrinks, right? It starts to shrink. What does it mean? Prana is gone. A long time it is gone actually. Then the external air is more powerful than the inside air. That's when it starts shrinking. Like even the balloon, when you blow it and keep it. Why? The external air's pressure is more than the internal air's protection. The ability to protect the external body from internally is less than the pressure of the air that comes from outside. That's when it starts. Shrinks, and then water condenses, dries, and then it crumbles, and then nothing. That is called Panchatvam. So Panchatvam Kripana Gata. And she did not leave like anybody else. She was thinking about Ramasya Dhyayati Vaktram. Ramasya Vaktram Dhyayati. While thus she meditating upon the beautiful face of Rama. Ramasya Vaktram Dhyayati. Padma Patra Nibekshanam Vaktram. It is equal to that of the very beautiful lotus, Padma Patra Nibekshanam, Sampurna Chandra Pradimam. The face of the Rama, which is a beautiful, like a moon, and that kind of a face, meditating upon that, she might have entered into the death herself. Crying out, Hey, Ha Rama, Ha Lakshmana, Ha Ayodhya, iti. Iti Maithili Vilapya, lamenting like that, Bahu Vilapya, Vaidehi Nestadeha Bhavishyati. Perhaps she left her body by loudly crying out for Rama, Lakshmana, and Ayodhya. Or Tava Ravanasya Niveshana Nihita. Or she must be still being hidden in the palace of Ravana. Brisham lalabhyate bala. The young one, she's crying out like that of Pancharatve, Pancharata iva sarika, Pancharasta iva sarika. Panchara means a cage. It's also Panchara. Or a nest. A nest is also called Panchara. Pancharasta, she the one who is being kept inside the prison or cave. Sarika iva, like that of a Maina bird. Mainaka. Or Maina. So Maina bird is considered to be one of the most beautiful one. One of the beautiful birds. And so that, like that, she's been, like a beautiful Sita has been caged in Ravana's palace. Janakasya kule jata, she the one who is born in the kula of Janaka. Ramapatni sumadhyama, the slender-waisted one. And see the Ramapatni, Katam Kapalapatrakshi, one who has a lotus eyes. Ravanasya Vasham Katam Vrajet. How is she staying in that place which is filled with Rakshasas, ogres, demons? I just wonder how it could be possible for her to sustain herself for so long. Vinashtava Pranashtava.
Vinashtava Pranashtava
Mritava Janakatmaja.
Mritava Janakatmaja
Ramasya Priyabharyasya
Ramasya Priyabharyasya
Nivedayitum Kshamam
Nanivedayitum Kshamam
Nivedyamane Doshaha Syat
Nivedyamane Doshasyat
Doshasyada Nivedane
Doshasyada Nivedane
Kadam no Kalu Kartavyam
Katham nu khalu kartavyam
Vishamam Pratibhati me
Vishamam pratibhati me
Asminnevam Gate Karye
Asminnevam gate karye
Prapta Kalam Kshamam Chakim
Praptakalam kshamam chakim
Bhaved iti matim puyo
Bhaved iti matim bhuyo
Hanuman pravicharayan
Hanuman pravicharayan
Vinashtava Pranashtava Mritava Janakatmaja. This daughter of Janaka, whether she is lost or whether she is not so far, not seen, so very difficult to discover her, maybe hidden somewhere where nobody can see, because Ravana is capable of making something invisible also. So, or she might have kept it in such a place nobody can access it. Pranashtava, Vinashtava, Mritava, whether she's dead also. Now, how do I go and tell Rama about this? Ramasya Priyabharyasya Na vivededim shamam. It is not possible. Kshamam is possible, na kshamam. Not possible. Vinivedayidum. To offer, to surrender, to inform, to present. Naivedyam. Naivedyam is what you offer. Nivedana is also means to inform. So how do I go and tell that she's not there? Or she's dead? Or could not be found? Nivedyamane doshaha. If I tell, it will create, it is not going to be any good to Rama. Syat. Doshaha syad anivedane. If I don't tell also, it's a problem. Because having understood what is the truth, I don't tell, that is not correct. If I tell, how Rama would take it? Katam nu kalu kartavyam. How do I do this? Vishamam pratipadi. It looks very difficult to me. It is presenting pratipadi to me as a great, problem. See, this is a problem with all messengers, right? Messenger has to carry the information. The information can be good or bad. We don't know. But usually what happens, the messenger gets killed. Most of the time, you gave me bad news. Kill him. What did I do? I just carried the news. Or if it is a good news, then we put garland and this and that. I didn't do anything. I just give you the information. But here the situation is, I cannot go and tell, nor I cannot not tell. Asmin evangate karye, in this very situation, predicament, praptakalam shamam to kim. Kim praptaka. What is the appropriate time where I can finally say this to Rama? Bhaved, kim bhaved iti matim bhuyaha. Again he started thinking about it. Hanuman pravicharayan, started to think. Now see, the best thinker or a person of correct understanding and knowledge is one who would, before opening the mouth, will start thinking about the consequences. Those who do not think about consequence and speak, and then later on realize that they made a mistake, are the most foolish. Because after having done or having spoken, when the consequences of that very action starts to appear, then regretting has no wisdom. Before you open the mouth, before you declare to the world, before you do anything, think about the consequences. Some people would not do anything. Why? I'm sure the consequences will be bad. So, not do. Aisa bhi nahi hotna chahiye. So, one should think and then do appropriately and not do. See, like Arjun, what happened? Oh, when I do this, this will happen, that will happen, and then they will die, these people will die, and then I will be responsible. I don't want to live in the blood of everybody. I don't want to fight. Not fighting is not an option. Think how to fight. And think how not to fight also. So here, Hanumanji started to think, is it appropriate for me to go and tell Rama? Yadi Sitam adrishtaham
Yadi Sitam adrishtvaham
Vanarendra Purimitaha
Vanarendra Purimitaha
Gamishyami tato kome
Gamishyami tatakko me
Purushartha bhavishyati.
Purushartho bhavishyati.
Purushartha, correct. Mamedam langanam vyartam
Mamedam langhanam vyartham
sagarasya bhavishyati.
Sagarasya bhavishyati.
Praveshaschaiva lankayam
Praveshaschaiva lankayam
Rakshasanam cha darshanam
Rakshasanam cha darshanam
Kim va vakshati sugrivaha
Kim va vakshyati sugrivaha
Harayo vapi sangataha
Harayo vapi sangataha
Kishkindam upagam Kishkindam anusampraptam
किष्किन्धाम् अनुसम्प्राप्तम्
Tauva dasaradatmajau
तौ वा दशरथात्मजौ
Gatva tu yadi kakutstam
गत्वा तु यदि काकुत्स्थम्
Vakshyami parusham vachah
वक्ष्यामि परुषं वचः
Nadrishteti maya sita
न दृष्टेति मया सीता
Tadastyakshati jivitam
ततस्त्यक्ष्यति जीवितम्
Parusham darunam tikshnam
परुषं दारुणं तीक्ष्णं
Kruram indriyatapanam
क्रूरम् इन्द्रियतापनम्
सीतानिमित्तं दुर्वाक्यम्
सीता निमित्तं दुर्वाक्यम्
श्रुत्वा सा न भविष्यति
श्रुत्वा स न भविष्यति
तं तु कृच्छ्रगतं गतं दृष्ट्वा
तं तु कृच्छ्रगतं दृष्ट्वा
पञ्चत्वगतमानसम्
पञ्चत्वगतमानसम्
वृषानुरक्तमेधावी
भृशानुरक्तमेधावी
न भविष्यति लक्ष्मणः
न भविष्यति लक्ष्मणः
विनष्टौ भ्रातरौ श्रुत्वा
विनष्टौ भ्रातरौ श्रुत्वा
भरतोऽपि मरिष्यति
भरतोऽपि मरिष्यति
भरतं च मृतं दृष्ट्वा
भरतं च मृतं दृष्ट्वा
शत्रुघ्नो न भविष्यति
शत्रुघ्नो न भविष्यति
पुत्रान् मृतान् समीक्षात
पुत्रान् मृतान् समीक्ष्याथ
न भविष्यन्ति मातरः
न भविष्यन्ति मातरः
कौसल्या च सुमित्रा च
कौसल्या च सुमित्रा च
कैकेयी च न संशयः
कैकेयी च न संशयः
my one word, what will happen? Just think. Cascading effect it will have. Yadi in case Sitam adrishtah aham, I the one who has not seen Sita drishtva aham vanarendra purim itaha gamishyami. In case if I go back to the Vanarendra Pura, that is Kishkinda, and tadaha, then thereafter kome purushartha bhavishyati. Then what is that which great self-effort that I have put here? I have crossed over the entire ocean. Sagarasya langanam mama idam vyartam bhavishyati. The whole thing that I did of crossing over the sea for absolutely a futile thing. Langayam praveshascha eva, also entering into Lanka, Rakshasanam cha darshanam, seeing all these Rakshasas also. What is that? It is a vyartam. What is the point when I go back with empty-handed? Sugrivaha Harayah Sangataha Harayah api Kim Vakshyati. What do they all say to me? When I go back empty-handed without seeing Srita, what do they say? What does Sugriva say? What about Dasharathatmajau Tau? Kishkindam Upap Sampraptam. These two of them who are waiting eagerly, Rama and Lakshmana, what do they say? Yati kakustam vakshyami parusham vachaha. If I go and tell this very unpleasant words to Rama, kakustam, Ramam, gatva, having gone near him, and when I say this, what do I say? Maya nadrishta Sita iti. I didn't see Sita at all. Tat Tyakshati Jivitam. At that very moment itself, Rama would not be alive. Because he's so fond of Sita, he's so dear to Sita. If I say that I didn't see her, because that is only hope, because all other directions also monkeys have gone. They would not have definitely found out anything. And the only hope was in the south, which Sampati has even seen her. Sure that she is going to be there only. And then I have searched all over the place and I didn't see her. Therefore, the final conclusion is she is no more, which I go and tell. Parusham darunam tikshnam. It is harsh, severe, piercing, kruram, cruel. Indriya tapanam, torturing the all senses. Sita nimittam durvakyam. This what's concerning with Sita, durvakyam, the unfortunate situation or not unfortunate utterance would be shrutva, listening to that, saha na bhavishyati. He will not survive further. Tam tu krichragatam drishtva, having seen that Rama had departed, panchatvam manasam, panchattvagata manasam, and in the mind of Lakshmana also would go into the state of killing himself, panchattvagata manasam, brushanurakta medhavi, brushanurakta, bahu bhaktiman, brusha bahu, anurakta, one who is so fond of Rama, brushanurakta medhavi, intelligent one, na bhavishyati Lakshmana. He also would not survive this. I mean, his love for Rama is much more than anybody else. No doubt he has respect for Sita. But when Rama is no more, he cannot tolerate the non-existence, absence of Rama anymore. Lakshmana will also go away. Bradaro vinashto shrutva. Having heard that both the brothers have gone, Bharataha api na bhavishyati. Bharataha api marishyati. Bharata also will die. Bharadam rjam drishtva, seeing Bharata is no more, Shatrugno na bhavishyati. Shatrugna will not survive. Putran gmrutan samikshya, all the sons have gone. Na bhavishyati mataraha. All the mothers also would not be there. Who are those? Kausalya, Sumitra, Kaikeyi. Na samshayaha. There is no doubt. So one utterance of mine will cause a great chaos in the entire dynasty of Kakus, that is the entire dynasty of Dasharatha, or the solar dynasty will perish by my words, because there is no progenies also to sustain the kingdom. The kingdom will be rich because Rama has no children, Lakshmana has no children, Bharata has no children, Shatrugna has no children. And who will be there? And all the queens are gone. So what will happen? I will be ending the entire dynasty. Thinking of the consequence, far-sightedness. And continuing, he says, Kritagnya satyasandascha
Kritagnya satyasandhascha
Sugriva plavagadipaha
Sugriva plavagadipaha
Ramam tatagatam drishtva
Ramam tathagatam drishtva
Tatastyakshati jeevitam
Tatastyakshati jeevitam
Durmana vyatitadina
Durmana vyathitadina
Nirananda tapasvini
Nirananda tapasvini
Pidita bhartrashokena
Pidita bhartrushokena
Rumatyakshati jeevitam
Rumatyakshati jeevitam
Valijena dudukhena
Valijena tu dukkhena
Pidita shokakarshita
Pidita shokakarshita
Panchatvamagata ragni
Panchatvamagata ragni
Tarabhina bhavishyati
Tarapi na bhavishyati
Mata pitror vinashena
Mata pitror vinashena
Sugriva vyasanena cha
Sugriva vyasanena cha
Kumaropyangadastasmat
कुमारोऽप्यङ्गदस्तस्मात्
vijahishyati jeevitam
विजहिष्यति जीवितम्
भर्तृजनतो दुःखेन
भर्तृजेन तु दुःखेन
correct. Abhibhuta vanokasah
अभिभूतावनौकसः
shiram shiram syamiha shiram syabhiha nishyanti
शिरांस्यभिह निष्यन्ति
talermushtibhirev cha
तलैर्मुष्टिभिरेव च
सान्त्वेनानुप्रदानेन
सान्त्वेनानुप्रदानेन
मानेन च यशस्विना
मानेन च यशस्विना
लालिता कविनाथेन
लालिता कपिनाथेन
प्राणान् त्यक्षन्ति वानराः
प्राणान् त्यक्ष्यन्ति वानराः
न वनेषु न शैलेषु
न वनेषु न शैलेषु
न निरोधेषु वा पुनः
न निरोधेषु वा पुनः
पीडाम् अनुभविष्यन्ति
क्रीडाम् अनुभविष्यन्ति
समेत्य कपिकुञ्जराः
समेत्य कपिकुञ्जराः
सपुत्रधारा सामात्याः
सपुत्रदारा सामात्याः
भर्तृव्यसनपीडिताः
भर्तृव्यसनपीडिताः
शैलाग्रेभ्यः पतिष्यन्ति
शैलाग्रेभ्यः पतिष्यन्ति
समेषु विषमेषु च
समेषु विषमेषु च
विषमुद्बन्धनं वापि
विषमुद्बन्धनं वापि
प्रवेशं ज्वलनस्य वा
प्रवेशं ज्वलनस्य वा
प्रवेशे उपवासमतो शस्त्रम्
उपवासमथो शस्त्रम्
प्रचरिष्यन्ति वानराः
प्रचरिष्यन्ति वानराः
घोरमारोदनं मन्ये
घोरमारोदनं मन्ये
गते मयि भविष्यति
गते मयि भविष्यति
इक्ष्वाकुकुलनाशश्च
इक्ष्वाकुकुलनाशश्च
नाशश्चैव वनोकसाम्
नाशश्चैव वनौकसाम्
Sugriva, who is a Kritagnyah. Kritagnyah Kritam Janati. Whatever is already done to a person, when he is able to remember, that is called gratitude. Kritam Janati iti Kritagnyah. So Kritagnyah Satyasantascha, one who is abiding by the what is true. Sugrivaha Plavagadipaha, the best, the king of all the monkeys. Ramam tata gatam drishtva. Tata gatam means gone, dead. Seeing that, earlier what we have seen, that Rama goes and Lakshmana goes, Bharata goes, Shatrugna goes, and all the queens are gone. Now he, listening to or hearing or seeing this, he also tyakshati jeevitam. Sugriva cannot, because he had given the word to Rama that I will take care of your situation. I'll bring Sita for you. This is the word he gave. They become from Kritagnya, become Kritagna. Kritam gnanti hanti. Iti Kritagna. The word has to be correctly understood. Durmana vyatita dhina nirananda tapasvini ruma pidita bhritashokena. When Sugriva is gone, his wife Ruma, who is Durmana, with mind which is agitated, vyatita, anguish, dina, pitiable, nirananda, without any joy, tapasvini, very ascetic, pidita, tortured, bhrtashokena, by the loss of her own husband, she will also leave her body. Valijena cha dukkhena, already she is so unhappy, that is Tara, caused by the death of Vali. Pidita shoka karshita, she is being tortured with too much of sorrow in her heart. Panchatvamagata Rajni Tara Apina Bhavishyati. She, the one who is recognizing that even Sugriva is gone, she would not retain her body also. Mata Pitroho Vinashena, seeing that mother and father is also gone. Sugriva Vyasanena cha, the loss of his uncle of Sugriva is also gone. Kumaraha api Angadaha, that Angada, the son of Ali, Tasmat Vijahishyati Jivitam, he also will kill himself. Bhartrujena tu Dukkena, born the sorrow born out of the loss of their own leader, Bhartrujena Dukkena, Abhibhuta Vanokasaha, all the monkeys overpowered by that. Shiramsi Abhihanishyanti, they hit their own head. That is how they die, or they torture themselves. Talaihi mushtibihi, by their palms or by mushti, they will hit themselves, all the monkeys. Vanaraha. So, Santvena Anupradanena, their own leader. Who is that leader of their Sugriva, who has kind words for them? Some Santena Anupradanena, by giving the gifts, Manena, by showing them honor, how he treated them, Yashasvina, by that very Sugriva, Lalitaha, being very well pampered by them, Kabinatena, the leader of the Kapis, Pranam Tyakshanti Vanaraha. Those who are all thus honored by Sugriva, they will not survive after his departure. They'll also leave their life. And thereafter, Vaneshu, Shaileshu, Nirodeshu va punaha, na kridam anubhavishyanti. Kridam anubhavishyanti. They do not anymore enjoy being in the forests or in the hills or in the caves where they play around and where they come together. Sametya kabikunjaraha na kiridam anubhavishyanti. No more they will play around because there is no more joy left for him. Saputradaraha samadhyaha, along with their own sons and wives and all the ministers of that Kanda, Bhartu Vyasana Piditaha, being sorrow-stricken by the death of all, as well as their own leader, Shaila Agrebhyah, from the top of the mountains, Patishyanti, they just jump out, either on a Sameshu, Vishameshu cha, either on a ground which is plain grounds or in the crooked up and down hill and or the valleys, they will fall down and die. And or they will take up poison, Visham, Udbandanam, or Udbandanam means, Bandana means a tie, Ud means to. They will hang themselves, Vapi, Pravesham Jalanasya cha, or entering into the fire, or Upavasam, fasting unto death, Ato, Shastram, or using the weapons, Pracharishyanti Vanaraha. That way they will engage themselves in the death. Goram Arodanam Manye Gati Mayi Bhavishyati. In case Gati Mayi, Saptami, in my going, there will be only the terrible Goram Arodanam, only wailing and crying will be seen everywhere. Ikshvakukula Nashascha, the end of the Ikshvakukula, as well as Nashascha Vanokasam, and also the end of the monkey clan. What should I do now? Should I go back and tell them the terrible news that I did not see Sita? I don't know what to do. So this way, Hanuman is sitting there. What can be done? See, the predicament of Hanuman is single. He cannot talk to anybody. Nobody is there for him. Whom do you go and tell? So he's thinking like this. And very often when we have lost hope of everything, we all go through this kind of such mental anguish, agony. And this reading will only for us to relate ourselves that how in such unpredictable situations, what should be our decision? There are many situations, big and small, will come in our life. But what should be our plan of action in these kind of situations? Hanumanji will demonstrate that. What should be? This is only mainly to also teach us what we should do when we come to experience such. Not that every one of us will experience such kind of predicaments, but we must be ready. Shastra is meant for preparing ourselves to the worst. And not only preparing ourselves to the worst, preparing ourselves to the best. Both. The best is moksha, and the worst is samsara. We must be ready to face the samsara and get ready to reach the highest. Okay. Aganita.
अगणित गुणगण भूषण राम आश्रित वत्सल जय जय राम अयोध्यवासी सीताराम आपद बांधव जय जय राम दशरथ नंदन श्री राम दशमुख मर्दन जय जय राम कौसल्या सुखवर्धन राम कामित फलदा जय जय राम पाप विमोचन श्री राम पट्टाभिराम जय जय राम जानकी जीवन सीता राम जय रघुराम जय सिय राम वानर सेवित श्री राम पारिधि वंदन जय जय राम हनुमत पूजित सीता राम श्री राम जय जय राम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीता राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो
सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय।